Other people need to see that you can still work a full-time job and you can still get things done in your side business, but there has to be some sort of routine, some sort of rhythm that you create for yourself so that you're not constantly trying to figure out how to add in the time for your business. So when I was 7 years old, I used to cut out magazine characters, like the little people in the magazines, and I would paste them onto paper, and right next to them, I would write a story. And the reason I would do that is because I would take those stories and I would sell them to our neighbors, and they would buy them for whatever reason. And I was so proud of myself, like that's how I would make my money. And so I have always had the entrepreneurial spirit. And I think that when it's in you, it's something that you just cannot fight. It's something that you're gonna always be drawn to creating something new. You're always gonna have an abundance of ideas. You're always going to want to create something, right? But when it comes down to brass tacks and really running a side business in the full phase of adulting, it can be a little difficult. So in today's video, I just want to give you a few tips that I think are going to help you and really shift your mindset and how to start working, and some things that you should keep in mind to make your job a little easier, even if you are working a full-time job. And for myself, I have about 4 hours a day that I can work on my businesses. And so it takes a lot of time management, a lot of productivity focus so that I can get these things done. So I want to share those with you today. Thank you so much for watching. Let's jump right in. So before you get a business license, before you start opening YouTube channels and Instagram handles and all of these different things, the first thing you need to think about is your mindset, because this is going to be what really makes or breaks everything that you do in your business from here on out. I want to shift your mindset, first of all, from I have to start this big business and I've got to have my whole idea and the whole strategy all thought out and ready to rock. No, you do not. Before you even get your business license, what I want you to start doing is I want you to commit to yourself to share your journey. Commit to yourself, commit to your audience that you will be building, Commit to yourself and everyone else that you are going to share this journey. And that is the best thing that you can do for your business. One of the first things I did when I started my business, and I didn't even know I was going to start a business yet, when I started my nonprofit, it was something new to me. I realized it was a little difficult, and I decided to create a video that shared how to start a nonprofit in 7 steps, instead of all of the research and stuff that I had to do to find how to start a nonprofit. And I realized, like, I don't think there's a quick video that just tells you this. So I created one. And from that video, when I left it alone for like a year or so, I came back and it had like 49,000 views and 200 comments under it. And I had no idea that the video had picked up so much steam. And so you never know when you share your information where that's going and where it might take you and lead you on your journey. So the first thing I want to say is just to allow yourself to say, I am going to try something new and I'm going to share my journey along the way. Now, how you share your journey, there are lots of different ways to do this, but I want you to just in your mind commit to sharing the journey, not worrying so much about how much money you're making in your business or how quickly it's turned into a business. I want you to continue your full-time job until you are ready to completely transition. Number 2, I want you to organize your life around your big vision. I want you to organize your life around what's most important to you. For some people, yes, the business may be the most important thing to them and they need to always focus on that. For you, it may be your health, it may be your mental health, it may be your children, it may be yourself, it may be your husband. It can be a lot of different things, right? The thing I want you to focus on more than anything right now is writing down what the most important thing to you is right now. And that may change. And these things do fluctuate. And I've got a remedy for that later on in the video. But I want you to think about what's most important to you, and then we will add in all the other things. So I will give you an example. When I set up my day, the first thing that's most important to me is my health. I know that if I work out, I feel really good and I'm able to tackle all of the other things that are gonna come my way. I could probably work a lot more hours if I didn't do these things, but these things are important to me. So I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, I work out, I get myself ready for the day, take my kids to school around 7:30, Then I come back home and I do a lot of things in the home that need to be done to keep me on track, which would be like loading the dishwasher or unloading the dishwasher or loading a thing of clothing or whatever I need to do just to stay on top or on track of things. So pull out your dinner, all the things that you need to do. And I'll have a full vlog on like what that actually looks like because I don't want to bore you guys with all of that. And then I make sure that I have a full stop on all of the household things at 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, I like to start working, and I will work from 10 to about 2 o'clock, 2:30 if I can push it. And I will do that until I need to pick up my kids from school. And then in the evenings and afternoons, really I just focus on the kids that are home and, you know, cooking dinner and being with my family. Now for me, balance is extremely important. So that's why I decided to create this video. And I thought that other people need to see that you can still work a full-time job and you can still get things done in your side business, but there has to be some sort of routine, some sort of rhythm that you create for yourself so that you're not constantly trying to figure out how to add in the time for your business. We will also talk about that in a little bit later. Number 3 is to create boundaries, okay? People are only gonna take your business as seriously as you do. So if you need time to work on your business, then you have to give boundaries to the people around you to let them know that, you know, I don't talk on the phone in the evenings after work, or I don't talk on the phone on the way to work because maybe you're recording yourself for a thought or some business ideas or things that you want to accomplish, whatever the case. Maybe you get up and you work out early in the morning, and so you have to create a boundary there so that you can actually make that happen. But whatever it is, think about the areas that you need to create boundaries so that it gives you the space and the wherewithal to actually get the job done. So number 4, now you need to create the time to get the work done. And one thing I want to tell you about getting the work done from most creators is that most of us do batching. Most of us will batch our work and we will use time blocks to do that. So right now, you're watching this video, I'm using a time block, and the time block is from 10 to 2, and I plan to record about 4 videos. Does it take a video an hour? No, but that's how much time I've allotted to give myself to work on that specific task. So think about batching as far as putting together the same type of task and doing it in one block of time. So as an example, you might take an hour and write up 4 different videos. Then you might take the next hour and you might record those 4 videos. Unlikely, but maybe it's gonna be 2 hours. And then you take that last hour and maybe you start to edit one of those 4 videos and maybe complete that piece and then pick up the next day. So it's really important to make sure that when you are thinking about your time, try to think in terms of tasks that you can batch all together. So if you are starting a blog, you might want to consider doing the research for the blog for 1 hour and then writing an outline for all of the blogs in 1 hour and then moving on. And so you have 4 hours to do those types of activities. So remember that, keep that in mind. That's gonna be a big one. When you're thinking about the tasks that you want to batch and the time that you're going to use for that batching process, I want you to also think about the most important tasks that need to be done in your business to give you the biggest benefit, right? So if you are using the social method of marketing, which is something I developed a while ago, and you can check out that video, social is the searchable platforms, right? So that's the S in the social method. And if you are creating on those searchable platforms, those things last there forever, right? So instead of going and using an optimization platform like Instagram or Facebook and posting there, where you might spend some time posting on those and you're not going to get the return of the longevity that comes with a searchable platform. So if I were you, I would tell you to really focus on the searchable aspect. And then even I would say you could potentially even pass up the optimization side and I would move it to your community, right? So having some sort of email newsletter or something like that where you can continuously connect with your community and make sure that they know you're still there and that you're still running the business and you're still doing all the things and keeping them engaged. Those would be my top top 3 areas that I would focus on. And those would be the top 3 areas that I would focus on creating your time batching for. This next one is all about your goals. I want you to let your goals guide you. Now, if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, then you know that I am very focused on goals. And the reason for that is because goals actually should guide your daily activities and the things that you're going to be choosing to do on a daily basis. So in this segment, I want to talk really about letting your goals guide you on this journey as you create your side business. Now, the one thing that I want to focus on in here is I do have the Design Your Life and Business worksheet that will help you really determine what's most important to you and really where you want to focus over the next 12 weeks or so. And you can grab that download in the link in the description box. Your goals are designed off of your main vision of your life. So as your vision changes, if it does, then your goals will change, which trickle down into your day-to-day activities. And that's how you know that you're actually doing things on purpose, right? You're doing things with intention. And that's part of the entire process when you are creating a side business. You really have to be intentional and focused with your time and energy and the work that you're creating and the reasons why you're creating that work. So I really think creating a side business is awesome for that reason. It really does make you very intentional with your time and with your focus. So if you can nail that piece down, you're gonna be golden. I want you to go watch the Get Social method right here. And then you can also grab the Design Your Life and Business worksheet down in the description box below. And I think that will be extremely helpful for you to start with your goal setting. Next, I want you to focus on finding tools that work with your natural rhythms. So think about what type of person you are and how your life naturally runs and what types of tools will help you the best. So if you can't post during work hours for whatever reason, and you don't have access to your phone, you cannot post on those times, then the best thing for you would be to get some sort of software that can do scheduling and that can post directly for you. And these sites would be something like Hootsuite, Tailwind, Planoly. There are lots of different types of scheduling software out there that will actually post directly to whatever social media platform you'd like to post to or that you've chosen as your optimization tool. So I want you to use something like that works. If you're a paper type of person for your notes, use that. For me, I use a master list to keep track of all of the different things that are going on in my life or my family and kids and all of those things, and work ideas, things like that. I use a master list, and then I use my reminders app when I'm driving because I have a lot of ideas when I'm driving. And so I will just pull up the Remind Me app or Reminders app to Siri and say, hey Siri, remind me to do X, whatever it is. And then it'll pop up when it's time for me to do that. And I don't have to try to keep whatever in my brain. So find what works for you. Find the methods that work best for you. There is no one method fits all. So find that and start to use that as your organization tool. What this does when you find the right tools for you is it allows you to get rid of things so that you have the mental capacity to actually focus on running your side business and building your side business. And you know that you're not missing any of the things that you need to actually focus on until that starts to take over. So focus on that, focus on that. Lastly, now this is a big one. I feel like you have the opportunity to pour into someone else when you do this, but consider hiring interns. And when I say hire, I don't mean literally like pay them. I mean, I want you to work with interns. You can use them from the high school, you can use them from the junior college as a work study program. And these are things that will really kind of duplicate yourself to get the work done. You set out a 4-hour block on a Saturday to work with the interns, and you have 4 interns, you have just duplicated yourself 4 times, right? So you can get 4 times the workload done. And what you do in return is a lot of these students are planning to go to college and they would like some sort of recommendation letter, even if it's just for a job or going to the military, whatever it's for. Those are extremely helpful to them and they are extremely helpful for you. So it is totally a win-win situation. And I will go deeper into the entire internship process in another video, but for this video and these purposes, basically I want you to consider getting help to build your brand for your side business. That is all I have for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to join a tribe of people just like you on the same journey, come join us in the Social Life Tribe. You can grab your invitation at ashleetate.com and we would love to have you. And if you'd like someone to come alongside you and work with you directly, you can also find all of that information on my website at ashleetate.com/workwithme, and I'll have all of those in the description box down below. Now get out there and unleash your something amazing. Bye guys.